Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I thought this week I'd do something a little bit different for my channel and talk about some crowdfunding campaigns that have either just finished or are still in progress. Three specific games and three specific providers in effect that have stuck out for me. I am backing all of them. And I just wanted to talk to you about them, why they're of interest to me, and hopefully why they might be interest to you watching this video. So first of all, we have the launch on GameFound of the latest from Form Square Games and Andy Rourke, who I spoke to recently on the channel, friend of the channel, and that's Donning the Sacred Heart. Using the same glory system, glory mechanics that followed the other games in the series, games like Maida, Capri, there was the Egyptian campaign that was covered as well. So there's been a number of ones, and you may be able to see on screen, you may not, at the top here, I've got copies of all of those, Bonaparte's Eastern Empire, Maida, Santa Mora and Capri, so they're all in there. And this one I was fortunate enough to play with Andy when he came down to see us a few months ago. He had a prototype which we played that evening, and I really enjoyed it. It was a slightly different twist on the normal or the first 3-4 games that have come out, but I really liked some of the new elements that have been added in, the elections, the fact that this was a slightly different dynamic in the game when we're talking about here the Vendee Rebellion in 1793. So, you know, you've got the local uprisings there against the French, you know, royalists, etc. In the regions there, so you'll really enjoy it. As I say, it's following the same core mechanics of the campaign's glory system, but the artwork is beautiful. It's a step up again from the previous games. The map is gorgeous, but for those familiar with the system, this will be a big tick in the box, and it again covers another very unusual undergamed period in my opinion. So that's Donning the Sacred Heart. That's on GameFound currently. I think it's on there for another 2 to 3 weeks, so if that's of interest, go and have a look at that. The next game which I've backed, and the campaign's now ended, but you may be able to get in for late pledges, this is on Kickstarter from Draco Ideas, is Castelnuovo 1539. So this is a siege type game. You've got a Spanish garrison holding the Albanian village of Castelnuovo, which is now in modern day Montenegro, and they're basically holding this fortification against the onslaught of the Ottoman Empire. And again, I saw this game over a number of months before it launched. I've seen how it's been developed. The components look top notch. The map looks gorgeous. I like Draco Ideas. They come up with some really interesting games, and they're a Spanish company, so by nature you would hope this would be quite an interesting game. So for me, it was one I was really interested in. It uses wooden blocks, cards. It has lots of mechanics that I like in games. So Castelnuovo, you may be able to get it on a late pledge, but I'm sure if you go to the Draco Ideas site, you may be able to find out a bit more information from there. The third game I'd like to highlight is a new game from Trafalgar Editions. They've launched a few games in the past, one of which I own, Austerlitz 1805, and they're now looking at releasing a game of Balen 1808, A Decisive Victory. So this is the Spanish, unexpected Spanish victory against the French in 1808, and again it looks to be a beautiful open span map, no hexes or grids or gradients or zones or anything like that. It's all done with measurements, wooden blocks with stickers representing the units, so you get a bit more of a three-dimensional effect there. And I've had a little look at the draft rules. They look quite interesting. So that's Trafalgar Editions, Balin 1808. That's on Kickstarter currently, and again has got a little time to go. So if Napoleonics is your thing, after their Waterloo and Austerlitz game, as I say, I own the Austerlitz one, this may be something that will be of interest to you. So you've got the Vendée Rebellion one end of the Revolutionary period to Balin bang in the middle of the Napoleonic period. And if you don't like Napoleonic period, then you could look at Castel Nuovo, which obviously is much earlier, but covers a very interesting period of European history. So just three crowdfund games coming to market. Obviously, there are loads coming to market all the time, but I thought just for a change, I'd pick out some of the things that are on my scanner at the moment, things that are of interest to me. And maybe in turn they may be of interest to you. So thank you for watching this small little video. Hope that's been useful, and look forward to seeing you all again soon.